So I avoid talking about this subject when this all went down, I think for pretty obvious reasons. I'm not trying to, make a video to, capitalize on, someone's death. That's pretty fucked up, in my opinion. But on this channel, I feel like only sorry, it's a little early in the morning, but I feel like only people who are like big fans or whatever come and watch here, and it's not supposed to get a lot of views. And I made this channel kind of just to talk about things when I felt like I really wanted to talk about things and to kind of put down the persona. I mean, the channel's not monetized or anything, and I really just, when I want to talk about something, that's the point of this channel. It's why I haven't had a video for 2 months, because I just haven't had anything I really wanted to talk about. But, as many of you know, unfortunately, YouTuber Technoblade died like half a month, like 4, 5, 6 months ago or something. I still remember that morning when I woke up and I got a text message from someone, one of my YouTube friends, being like, "Did you see like Technoblade's new video?" I was like, "What?" And when I woke up, it was like I was in a different country. It was like in a hotel. I was all like dazed or whatever. I saw the the notifications. So long, nerds. I didn't know what to make of that, but it was just like when I opened it up, I saw the video, Technoblade's dad, to say, I don't know. I think I've known about his channel for a while, but I really found it over quarantine, COVID, whatever you want to call it. And he was one of 2 channels that I would just have constantly running in the background. Him and actually Some Ordinary Gamers, Mudahar. I don't know if you watch him. I haven't seen his videos in a sec, but yeah, between the 2 of them, they would take up like all the background noise in like my entire life for like 6 months or a year or however long that kind of COVID period was. And through that time, like parasocial relationships are strange because I talk about them and I talk about how they're bad or whatever. But it doesn't mean I'm not susceptible to forming them, because especially in the type of videos that I think Technoblade made, where he was, he obviously put on a character, but he was a character, like, and that character turned into a real person to me. And even if that was the real person or not, it doesn't really matter. The fact is that there was a real person who formed to me, and kind of, I knew some character of who I thought that they were. And I guess I'm just at a point in my life where I haven't experienced a ton of loss, a ton of death to that degree. I have experienced some, but I'm not at a point where, multiple major people around me that have had substantial impacts on my life have died. And I don't know. I'm just going on, but the whole point of this channel is just to kind of just talk about stuff. I don't know. It's because recently there's like, Technoblade's dad went on his Twitter account, and I still had notifications on for his account, and I got that notification, and it was the weirdest combination, of just the kind of like he tweeted and then kind of remembering that he's no longer here. And I don't know. I've been getting a lot of videos in my recommended of like Technoblade memorials, and I don't know, the whole concept of like death and dying is just, it's really weird. And when I think about it for too long, I get all strange and feeling weird and stuff like that. And the days after, Technoblade, it's weird that like someone that I don't know and that I never knew and that, I was probably never going to know, their death had such an impact on me. It's very different from a celebrity dying or someone that you liked playing a movie, when they share such intimate details about, their life. And it's also almost like a friend who like was talking to you every single day on the phone for like hours at a time. You hear that they die, right? Maybe you never saw them a lot in person, maybe you didn't, whatever, but you were on the phone with them like every single day. And all of a sudden, that anything you see of them is past tense. There will never be like a present tense or anything in the future that, I don't know. I used to watch his videos fairly religiously, and every couple months I'd go back and like binge watch all the good ones. You got Potato Wars, you got all the Sky Wars commentaries. I've not sat down and watched one of his videos since he passed, just because I don't know if I'm ready to do that, if I'm being honest. And I know a lot of other people felt like that. I didn't make I think I made a community post at the time, but I didn't make a full-on video just because I didn't think that was a good idea. If for all the people who did, that's fine. Like, as long as you had good intentions, I think that's all right. But I didn't think it was the time nor the place for me to do that at the time. But I, just I've been thinking a lot about it now, and I think it's at a time where it's more reasonable for me to make this video. So yeah, this is what I do in the channel. I just talk about things that I think are important. That I want to at least talk about. And then I disappear for 6 months, and I may or may not come back on this channel. Who knows? Anyways, peace.